في آب 2013 أصدر مصرف لبنان المركزي التعميم رقم 331 المتعلق بالشركات الناشئة أو ستارت أبس، معلناً بذلك ضخ مبلغ 400 مليون دولار أمريكي في السوق المحلي لدعم وتشجيع الاستثمار في القطاع الرقمي اللبناني وتوفير بيئة حاضنة لهذا القطاع والحد من هجرة الشباب. هذا البرنامج يسلط الضوء على هذا القطاع التكنولوجي المهم والإنجازات العديدة للشباب اللبناني المستفيد من هذا التعميم.
مرحبا واهلا وسهلا فيكم بحلقه جديده من ستارت اب 331. اليوم رح نروح على الت سيتي تنتعرف على الديبارتمنت الجديد او الديفيجن الجديده اللي خلوها اسمها سوق دوت ال بي. فهلا صار الت سيتي عندهم 3 ديفيجنز، وحده اسمها اليفيت، وحده اسمها بوت كامب، ووحده الجديده الاخيره اسمها سوق دوت ال بي. فخلونا نروح عند ديفيد منير نبطي تنتعرف على هالديفيجن الجديده. مشاهدينا، نحن رجعنا على الت سيتي بالبيروت ديجيتال ديستريكت، ومعنا ديفيد منير نبطي كو-فاوندر لالت سيتي اللي حيشرحنا عن برانش جديده لالت سيتي الى جانب بوت كامب واليفيت اللي هي سوق دوت ال بي. David, hi.
Hello.
Before we go into souk.lb, I want to start with you on because I want to take the opportunity. It's the beginning of 2018. So if we can give a brief evaluation of 2017, how was it from an ecosystem point of view, okay? And what do you expect for 2018, not as Alt City, but as an ecosystem altogether? What's the trend that you see going?
Sure. First off, Happy New Year to you and the audience and the ecosystem as well in the country. Hopefully it'll be a great 2018 for all of us. We are optimistic, but we also want to be realistic and somehow even be a little bit pessimistic. Because we saw some positive growth and movement in 2017 and over the last couple years, but we also have some fears that some of the momentum is slowing. And I think we need to keep reminding ourselves that we are still at the very beginning of this journey. We know we've heard from some people who think that there's some level of saturation of activities, of conferences, etc. in the country. But from our perspective, literally I use this phrase, if there was 100 times more activities happening in the country, it still would be too little. I think that we need to be thinking how we can be having rapid progress towards our 20th accelerator, not having just a handful of them. Now, if we think that the 20 accelerators would all be exactly the same as the previous ones, then of course it's saturation. But there can be much greater diversity of events, workshops, conferences, activities in different communities, different cities of the country, different universities, etc. And so
let me stop you there. One of the main comments I had moving from 2016 to 17 was that there wasn't enough ideas, there wasn't enough people coming forward to present their ideas. So we had a few incubators, VCs and so on, but there wasn't much young people coming forward with ideas. Then we started instigating that and started, looking for these people. Do you feel that now we have an abundance of programs, or did we reach a saturation of ideas? I don't think so.
Okay, so I think there are two elements related to this. First of all, right now, as an emerging innovation economy, we have a very high proportion of first-time entrepreneurs. First-time entrepreneurs are less developed. There's a lot of remedial education, learning the basics of the startup process. They're more risky. And so it's hard for a lot of the programs to be selecting these, the accelerators, the investors, et cetera. It's still challenging for some of them to identify the more developed programs, ideas, startups, entrepreneurs, et cetera. So I think we need much more at the early stage, more programs that recognize and support first-time entrepreneurs. We need more third and fourth-time entrepreneurs, but to get to the third and fourth, we need a whole lot of more people doing their first. And so in these
Why?
kinds of
It's
programs...
like, you seem to me like you want them to start and fail and then start over?
You know, so we've been thinking a lot about this whole process of what it means to be an entrepreneur or successful in many things. And for a lot of this stuff, you know, there's the acceleration approach, which is 3 months, contained, intense, trying to make very rapid progress. Then there's approaches such as related to scouts. And I think we need much more along the scouts style of program, where it's long-term character development, skill development, community development, trying different things, exploring different ideas, etc. We need more of that in the economy in general for people who are looking for jobs. So this brings into things like internships, part-time jobs for people who are in high school and university, in professional areas for them to explore different professional tracks, and it relates to entrepreneurship. Now with entrepreneurship, it would be great if more aspiring entrepreneurs could work for a year or a couple years in a startup or in a growth stage enterprise with someone who is a third or fourth time entrepreneur, so they're really learning best practices from people who are masters. But instead, we have a lot of people who are first time entrepreneurs who are struggling learning the basics, but in a basic way, struggling with those basic ones. So this goes as well, you know, there are a lot of different elements here that go into this fantastic mix, this soup of entrepreneurship. Now, if you look at a lot of data, both from Lebanon and from anecdotal discussions, but looking at investors here, and we look at actual data evidence from entrepreneurship research in the US, is startups that are founded by people in their 30s, even their mid-30s and late 30s, have a greater chance of success than startups founded by people in their early 20s. So what does it mean that, you know, we have this big emphasis here on youth entrepreneurship? And it's great, we need it. And there are great examples of startups that are founded by people in their 20s. People who are in their early 20s, they come with a different mindset, they're more comfortable with risk, they have often fewer responsibilities of family, kids, home loan, other responsibilities, etc. And so it's easier for them to take a quick risk. Now, there's a much higher chance of failure, but that's why I think it's important that we look at those early entrepreneurial experiences as this mix of fantastic if a startup succeeds out of that, but let's make sure that it's a really high quality learning experience. So that then whether they're going into a job or they're then working on another startup, that they're coming with a stronger set of skills, personal characteristics, character strengths, etc., that then they can use as they continue on with whatever it is, whether it's employment in a big company, or it's employment in a startup or a growing enterprise, or it's working on another startup.
So what are we looking at for 2018?
So for 2018, I hope that, so we're actually experimenting with some new approaches to some of our programs, which is very exciting. We're not quite ready to announce it publicly yet, but hopefully in a month or two we will. But trying to think of how we can both more leverage technology and go deeper into the aspect of human development as relates to the startup process. Because I mean, really when it comes down to it, I mean, we've been working in this space here in Lebanon for about 10 years. And from the beginning, a core part of our objective is not actually entrepreneurship. Our objective is economic growth, growth of opportunities, addressing inequalities, and allowing more people to to find opportunities and to find meaning that both can help them, whether that's through jobs, their passions, their pursuits, etc., and at the same time help the country in terms of addressing some of our deep challenges.
To express themselves through their passions.
Yeah.
Okay, Souk LB.
Souk LB is
your latest baby.
Yes. Well, it's a partnership with a few other groups. It's an initiative of the UK Embassy here in Lebanon. And they have already done obviously quite a bit trying to build up opportunities, momentum, energy around entrepreneurship in the country. So they wanted to see how to build strength around entrepreneurship that is focused on addressing critical challenges. So this is what we call social impact entrepreneurship or social entrepreneurship. And this is a very exciting program. It's in sort of two tiers. The leading partner collaborating on this project with the embassy is DAI, which is a quite well-known international development company that has experience in many different countries. And then here, in terms of working with the startups, we're working with the early stage startups, idea stage, early stage, usually pre-revenue, pre-incorporation, etc. And then our partner Al-Fanar is working on the growth stage startups, growth stage enterprises, social enterprises. These are enterprises that already have a bit of a track record, they already have revenues, most of them have already registered, but we want to see how through this joint program we can help them really grow as businesses, as revenue generators, as employers, and in terms of impact.
But is the emphasis only on social?
Okay, so it's always this mix between social impact and being a viable enterprise. Now, what we really think about this, if we want to address some of the critical challenges in the country or in the region, we certainly have a lot of challenges.
Aren't you afraid you're kind of stepping into a bit of murky waters? Let me explain.
It is.
Let me
I'll confirm with you, yes, and
I don't want to go
explain.
political. I don't want to go political, but I've heard, in the past couple of years that there are many NGOs. I mean, the political elite in the country. There was from both sides, of the political aisle here in Lebanon. They were complaining that there are too many NGOs, and there's too much money being poured into these NGOs, and they're not sure if that money is serving the purpose. Like they were kind of saying in a way, without specifically mentioning it, as if these NGOs, these ghost NGOs, as if they were receiving money as a front to something else, So here you are going into social entrepreneurships, talking with NGOs again, but not creating new ones, and being funded by like maybe Al-Fanar or in cooperation with UK Embassy. Aren't you going into that, isn't it murky waters?
There are a lot of murky waters. And some of this, even if we want to go back and think of even a bit more about the role of economics and the relation between business, private sector, and the public sector, there are a lot of interesting elements there, and we can see how much you want to go deep into it. But look, I think a key part of NGOs, and even a key role for a lot of the UN agencies, etc., is addressing gaps that we have domestically. Ideally, if things are going well, we don't need most NGOs, and we don't need most UN agencies, etc.
Exactly.
Okay. A lot of things are not going well. A lot of things are not getting done. And we want to look at a lot of the problems that we have. A lot of them come down to gaps, failures, shortcomings in public services, whether it's clean water, education, protection of minorities, gender rights, adequate electricity, etc., etc.
And still, we haven't solved these problems.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And here you are creating more and more of them.
Well, hopefully, we're creating solutions to problems.
Or are you creating better ones?
Okay. So this is an interesting question, and this is an interesting idea. Okay. So, I think that NGOs. Somewhere between NGOs and political engagement, citizen engagement, should be activated so that more groups as NGOs or as private sector social enterprises and together with public agencies are better addressing these challenges. Now, in the meanwhile, if public agencies are not addressing these challenges, what are other routes to help build sustainable, scalable solutions to them? Mm-hmm. Now, the general approach of NGOs is they have a domain of work, they're trying to address a problem, and they go out and get funding from philanthropists or embassies, donors, etc. Now, those priorities of the donors, the philanthropists, etc., changes over time, even though the challenges might not have been solved. And so for us, this is one reason why we are big advocates of the social enterprise model, because a core element is building a self-sustaining mechanism, a revenue-generating mechanism connected to solving the problem so that these social enterprises are not reliant on external funding to survive and to try to address these challenges.
Give me an example.
Now, if we want to go into this very interesting discussion around, is it appropriate to have clean water or education provided by a private sector actor versus the public, is a separate discussion. And I think that I have hesitancy about both. There are some things that I'm an advocate for in Lebanon because of some of these gaps we have. I think we need private education because the public education efforts are too slow to change. Now, they're great efforts, they're working on them and they're evolving, but as it is, the world is moving too fast, that process is going too slow, such that we need private education initiatives that are working to balance revenue generation with having positive impact, or we're going to have bigger problems.
Okay,
we need
here on that question,
yeah.
Are you focusing more on the objective or on creating the right paradigm?
Oh, okay, so I mean, this is an interesting effort, and you know, we mentioned that we have a few different programs. We have this program with the central bank, with boot camp. We have the program with UNICEF. We launched this impact accelerator. We have Souk with the British Embassy, and DAI and Al-Fanad. All of these, in our mind, fit into a broader matrix of how are we building momentum towards greater innovation and creative capacities of our young people in the population in general. How are we improving structures, momentum, the culture for both innovation and entrepreneurship and social impact innovation and entrepreneurship? And all of these are a mix of different but sort of connected efforts, part of this grander effort in the country to build an innovation-driven economy, but also an innovation-driven economy that is inclusive of different populations around the country, and that is healthier for the country by not just creating jobs, but trying to create jobs while improving the environment, or create jobs while improving education, or create jobs while improving gender rights and gender opportunities. This is all part of this effort of building a more healthy, hopefully more prosperous, more stable, more secure, happier country for the coming years, and hopefully building the foundations for the coming decades.
So now we're going to start looking into the Souk startups one by one.
Okay.
Start to interview them. Meanwhile, I wish you all the best, and wish you all the best for 2018. And thank you for introducing Souk.lv for us.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thank you. الخبر الأول معنا الليلة هو من أربنت. أربنت أعلنت عن النسخة التاسعة لمؤتمر أربنت بيروت. هالسنة رح يكون كمان برعاية فخامة رئيس الجمهورية الرئيس ميشيل عون، رح يكون من 20 ل 22 شباط بالهيلتون حبتور. هلا رح يكون في فورمات الايدياتون اللي هو مجموعة أشخاص أو شركات بيتباروا لأفضل فكرة لستارت اب، والأفضل فكرة بياخد جايزة. كما أنه حيكون في ستارت اب باتل اللي هو شركات ستارت اب بيتباروا تا الأفضل ياخد كمان جايزة. الفورمات الثالث هو كرييتيف كومبات. كرييتيف كومبات لمجموعة أشخاص أو شركات عندهم أفضل حملة ماركتينج سواء كانت أونلاين أو فيديو إلى آخره، والأفضل بياخد جايزة. أما الابتكار الجديد لهذا السنة مسمينه Innovation Avenue. Innovation Avenue هو أفضل ابتكار تكنولوجي رح يتم التباري عليه والأفضل بياخد جايزة. كما أنه حيكون في مثل العادة بانكينج انوفيشن داي، نهار كامل لأمور المصرفية في عالم الرقمي. ميديا اند ادفرتايزنج فورم، ديجيتال ترانسفورميشن فورم، انوفيشن اند انفستمنت فورم، وفاوندرز داي لكل اللي اسسوا شركات بالماضي ستارت اب ونجحوا فيهم. فما تنسوا التاريخ من 20 ل 22 شباط بالهيلتون حبتور. الخبر الثاني من CES، مؤتمر CES اللي هو كونسيومر الكترونيك شو بلاس فيغاس، حصل الاسبوع الماضي وكان في مجموعه ابتكارات جديده. وحده منهم كانت شوي ملفته للنظر اللي هي سمارت تويلت. التويلت صارت هلا ديجيتال، هلا فيها ضوء، يعني اذا واحد قايم بالليل وبده يدخل على الحمام بيكون في مثل نوايصه بقلب التويلت، عندها هيتد سيت يعني بيكون شوي حتى ما ياخد برد، وتاتشلس يعني ما في لزوم بقى واحد يشد السيفون منها لحالها، بتعرف انه والله الشخص خلص وهي منها لحالها بتشد السيفون. كما انه فيها واي فاي او بلوتوث، وفيها سبيكرز حتى اذا واحد معه تليفون وبتعمل سينك للموسيقى، لانه بتعرفوا بهالايام ما بقى واحد بيقدر يدخل على الحمام الا ويسمع موسيقى. وكمان فيها احذروا شو ريموت كنترول، ريموت كنترول لانه طبعا كل هالشيء هذا بده سيتنجز. هلا هون ما فينا الا ما نفكر انه كل ادوات البيت، يعني ان كان البراد صار كمان كونكتد وواي فاي وما بعرف شو، التي في صار سمارت تي في، صار كمان بده كونكشن وكاميرا والى اخره. كمان الغساله صارت كونكتد وفينا نمشيها على التليفون. ف السمارت تويلت هي من ماركت كولر، فسي او تبع كولر قال انه كل شيء بالبيت صار كونكتد ما عدا الحمام، فقرر انه يعمل تويلت سميها سمارت تويلت نومي مثل ما هلا حتشوفوا بالفيديو. هالشيء هذا انا بالنسبه لإلي اللي ما فيني الا ما افكر فيه هو استهلاك الكهرباء. يعني نحن طول عمرنا حماماتنا ما فيها هالاستهلاك الكهرباء، هلا لانه صار عندنا سمارت تويلت وصار عندنا سمارت شاور، صار كله هيدا عم بيستخدم كهرباء وبيتطلب طاقه. وما ننسى كمان انه السيارات هلا عم تنتقل من البنزين للكهرباء، فكله هيدا واحد ما بيقدر الا ما يفكر انه المستقبل قديش حيكون عندنا استهلاك كهرباء، وهالكهرباء وهالاستهلاك الكهرباء قديش حيحط ضغط على الموارد، ان كان كهرباء بتشتغل على الطاقه النوويه او كهرباء بتشتغل على الطاقه الشمسيه والى اخره. فخلونا نشوف الفيديو تنشوف السمارت تويلت. وبنبقى في مجال الحمامات، شركة اسمها موين كمان ابتكرت سمارت شاور، فخلينا نشوف كمان فيديو عن سمارت شاور. كل شيء صار سمارت هلا بقلب البيت.
Personalize your life with the easy-to-use You by Moen shower. With Wi-Fi connectivity and cloud support, you can create up to 12 presets to set the perfect temperature and control your shower. Create a customized showering experience right from your smartphone or your shower controller. Available in either a 2 or 4 outlet system, You by Moen allows you to create your perfect shower. The controller's unique finish coordinates with any bathroom style. You by Moen will even notify you when your shower is ready and automatically pause until you are ready to get in. And Moen's warranty provides peace of mind. The You by Moen shower. The shower designed just for you. Moen. Buy it for looks, Buy it for life.
طريقة جديدة كمان، ولكن هيدا ابتكار جديد أخذ الوينر اوف CES Innovation Award أو أخذ جائزة الانوفيشن بمؤتمر CES اللي صار بلاس فيغاس من شركة اسمها بلاك بوكس VR. بيعملوا برودكتس للفيرتشوال رياليتي. ابتكروا فيرتشوال رياليتي جيم ولكن رياضية، يعني واحد بدل ما يروح على الجيم ويعمل تمارين رياضية، لا عنده بالبيت في الآلة أو آلة الجيم بقلب البيت ولكن موصولة على عوينات فيرتشوال رياليتي، فبيقدر يلعب جيم. ولكن الجيم مثل ما بتعرفوا دايما الجيمات اللي على الكمبيوتر فيها ركض وفيها نط وفيها إلى آخره، فقالوا ليش ما بنجمع اثنين، انه واحد بيبقى عم يلعب الجيم ولكن بنفس الوقت عم بيحرك جسمه، وهو تحريك جسمه هو لعبة الجيم. فخلينا كمان نشوف الفيديو بس يعطينا فكرة، لأنه هو بعد شوي بروتوتايب ولكنه حصل على أوورد الانوفيشن أوورد بالCES بلاس فيغاس. ابتكار جديد ولكن هالمرة للسيدات. المانيكير صارت شغلة من الماضي، كمان صار في سمارت مانيكير أو بالأحرى هي كناية عن برينتر، ولكن برينتر السيدة بتحط أصابيعها أو إصبع واحد وبتسمح للسيدة إنه تحط حيلا صورة أو ديزاين على الضفر. فينا نحط صورة، فينا نحط ديزاين، فينا نحط ألوان نحن بننقيها إلى آخره. فكمان خلونا نشوف الفيديو تنشوف الفينجر نيل برينتر كيف تشتغل. والخبر الأخير معنا الليلة هو مثل ما تعودنا دايما نجيب لكم أخبار الإلكتريك كارز أو السيارات يلي رح تصير تشتغل على الطاقة الكهربائية. هالخبر هالمرة من لكسس أو الماركة اللكشري تبع تويوتا. لكسس أعلنت أنه من هلأ ل 2025 كل السيارات لكسس رح تكون إما إلكتريك إما هايبريد، يعني بتشتغل نص إلكتريك نص على البنزين. ولهالغرض هيدا طلعوا بروتوتايب او كونسبت كار اسمه LF1 Limitless. فخلونا نشوف الفيديو هالسيارة الجديدة اللي هي مثل ما قلنا بعدها بروتوتايب ولكن فيها اون بورد اسيستنت بتساعد السائق على قيادة السيارة، وكمان فيها motion assisted input، يعني إذا واحد بده يغير بمثلا محطة الراديو فبيقدر يغير مثل سمارت تي في، بيقدر يغير بحركة من اليد من دون ما انه يلتهي ويكبس. فخلونا نشوف الفيديو. وهذا كان كل شيء لليلة. نلقاكم الأسبوع الجاي بنفس الموعد إن شاء الله. إلى اللقاء.